Hello everyone, welcome to Lighthouse Stamping with Lorraine. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Vancouver, Washington. Thank you for joining me today. Before we get started, the housekeeping notes, all the product I'm using and all the dimensions will be listed below. There's a link to my online store if you wish to purchase any of these products. There's my email address if you have any questions. There's a link to our Facebook group. We'd love to have you join that. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe and help me grow in YouTube world. Today we're going to be playing with sketched butterflies. Yeah, I did butterflies the other day. I guess I have butterflies on the brain lately, but they're so pretty. So we're going to be playing with sketched butterflies, and we're using a lot of stamps out of this set, and you'll see all the ones we're using in a few minutes. But the dies, there's some fun dies. There's dies to cut all of these large butterflies out here, these here. And then there's some standalone dies, which we're going to be using. There's this one, which is a trio that they're hooked together. And I'm going to show you how to separate those. There's this one here, which actually overlays, well, we can't do it on there, it's not the same size. It will overlay that butterfly there if you wanted to overlay. And then there's these two small ones. This is a standalone, and this one overlays that one. We're going to use those as well. Excuse me. It's spring, and the flowers are in bloom, especially the ones I'm allergic to. So, I suppose I should show you what we're making. And this is the card we're making. It says, "Hope is a beautiful thing that flutters in our soul." And then in the inside, and a little envelope. And it's a pretty easy card to make. So let me show you how we do it. We're going to start off with stamping with Memento. I have, get all my pieces here. I have our envelope, and I have two pieces of basic white that are 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, one's for the front, one is for the inside. The only color ink we're using is black today, and I also have a scrap of white for our sentiments that goes on the front of the card. So let's get started. Let's do our sentiment first. And I'm going to leave enough room in here because we're going to be die cutting him. Ooh, that's a terrible job. Let's do that again. Much better. So we'll die cut him a little bit. And then we're going to do the other sentiment to go on the inside. So we'll do that one first. It says, "Wishing you a beautiful birthday." And then I need to pick a butterfly. Which one did I use last time? I think I used the same one. This is the one where his wings are both up. And I'll put that there. And it's sketched, so it's got that sketchy look to it, which I really think is really cool. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and do the envelope. And we'll put this one on the envelope. Like that. All right, now I'm going to grab a piece of scrap paper, just in case I get off a little bit. There is there's 4 butterflies in this set. They're all hooked together. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp this one like that. And then I'm going to bring it down from this corner and come to the middle. I'm not done with that one, you know. Then I'm going to grab, this one here, just that one. And he's going to go right in the center. Now you're saying my center of my card is covered. Well, that's not exactly where I was going to put the label at that point, but I made a huge mistake underneath that label. I'm telling you, I made a mistake. So that's why I put the label there. It actually looks really good. But I don't know where it's going to go, so we're putting one in the middle. This is not the largest butterfly. I did not use the largest one on this. I'll put him about here. And then we'll put this one here. Oh, about right like that. Now we're going to come back to this one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be moving around here. That's why I said I'll be just going in here at different angles. Butterflies are flying all different directions. I get one up in the corner here, turning my paper as I need. He's up there a little backwards, but he's fine. I want one more here. I think I want one more here. Like I said, it's a lot of butterflies. These guys will come in here at an angle. So basically, I am putting on as many butterflies as I can. And I think that looks good. Just butterflies everywhere. And that is all of the stamping. Now we're going to let all that Memento dry for a few minutes. Because if you don't let your Memento dry for a few minutes, you're going to have some bleeding, especially on your lighter colors. So while we're doing that, we are going to do some die cutting. And yes, I have the big one out here versus the little guy. And these would all fit through the little guy, but we're going to be using the embossing folder, so I have this machine out. So first we have our little verse here, and I'm going to be using the Perennial Postage. And you can see the two I pulled out is right here out of the set. But you could use any ones you wanted. You can use a different set. So the small one is going to go here. Oh, I did have some small Post-its. We'll play overkill. I'm going to scoot this up a little bit. Make sure I've got that centered. Like that. And then I have some black here. We're going to cut the black at the last. We'll do the black one by its with the other. So I'm going to do the black label and butterflies in black. So there's our beautiful label all done. Set that over there. And that. Next, this piece, we are going to cut a black label. We're going to cut a strip of butterflies and the little butterflies. And you could even take this little butterfly and cut it out of this piece if you wanted to, but it doesn't, you know, we wanted to save it. It's such a small piece, I didn't really worry about it. But you could. And we're going to run that through. Out of our way for a while. It looks like we have one who's decided to stay over here. If I didn't tell you, the kittens are in here, but they're being very well behaved. One's sitting behind me on the floor in a blanket, and the other one's up in the window. So we've got all these butterflies here, and I'm going to show you how to separate this one. And I grab this scrap piece of paper here. You can use your this little scrubby guy on these if you wanted, but I found it was there's not that much that it was just easier to do a little poking. So that's the little butterfly. You hear the tinging. I'm pulling him out. Hear the tinging. I've got my little metal tray here that I'm putting my dies in so I don't lose them. Like I said, always have a bowl of some kind, even if it's not magnet, something to put your dies in while you're working, and then you put them all away at one time. So got that one little tag, that one little guy wants to stick there. There's another butterfly. Now we're going to use all these butterflies, but we're going to use most of them. And I'll show you what I do with my leftovers. Now this one's got a lot, so. And normally I have my little mat, but the little mat is out in the other room. I realized I left it out there. So I'm just giving this a little scrub here. Just over a piece of paper works too. And let's see if we can get this popped out of here. There we go. And then we'll gently remove it. I'll come back and get the rest of those out in a bit. Yeah, it just takes a minute, but it's worth it. Most of the rest of all, so that's hooked like that. Now, you don't have to leave it hooked. And I'll show you why. I'm going to grab my snips. And what I did was, let me get up here as close so you can see. Right here, I just went right in here. So we have that loose butterfly. And this little edge right here, if you just want to go in here, you can just round it off, and then you got that one. Now this one's a bigger piece. So you gotta go right down through the center, like that. So we have another one. And then we have one. If I go back in here and just trim those rough edges off. And you have one that's like that. So you can leave them together, you can separate them. Nothing says you have to leave them the way they came. Okay. Now that everything's drying, or should be dried, we will start to do our coloring. We'll start with these two here. They're the easiest. And I probably will not get this colored exactly the same way as the other one, but we'll see what I do. I think we'll do yellow. I will list all the colors that I used, but this is Daffodil, light and dark. And I think we'll make the Daffodil one inside here. So what I did first is I just went in here and colored everything. And I'm just doing quick coloring. I'm not doing fancy coloring. Just staying inside the main line. And then I'll grab my dark. And I think I'll put a little dark here. Like I said, I'll show you the two. They're not going to match. And then I'm going to go in these circles here and a little bit up here. Just like that. Maybe a little more right here. And then if you want this darker, then you can. And I grabbed the light basic black. And I just wanted to add a little more color right there. So that's the inside of our card. The envelope, you need to make sure that you have this is the one I messed up. Have a scrap of cardstock to put down in the corner here, or you'll bleed right through to the back of the card. Make sure it's right where you're going to be going to. Oop, I didn't get it all the way to the corner. There we go. Oh, let's make this one peach pie. All right, this is the light peach pie. And I just went through and picked out colors I wanted to use. Any color you want to make your butterflies is up to you. Now, I'm not moving this in, but when I get to the next piece, I will move it in. And let's grab a dark peach pie. And I think we'll do the outside of this one. Sort of the outside edge. And grab my black again. I liked him a little darker. Like that. And that's the envelope. Alrighty, now it's the big piece. So what I want to do is I want to pick out the colors I want to make the biggest butterflies. I think I want, this is Petunia Pop. And this is Pretty in Pink. And this is Highland Heather. Nope, Summer Splash. We'll do these first. And so, what I'm going to grab is, I'm going to do this one here first. I'm going to grab the light Petunia Pop. Like I said, this is not, I am not doing detailed coloring. I am just, you don't need to with this. And I will scoot this in. I said I would and I didn't. And then we'll grab the dark. And I think I'll make these pieces a little darker right here on him. Now I will come back and do the body when I do all the bodies at one time. And we'll put a little bit of the dots here, like that. I think this one will do light. This is Pretty in Pink. I was so happy when this color came back. This is one of the colors. I actually still had some cardstock and some ink. So I did get the new ink pad. I think this one will do the inside. Like I said, you can color these any way you want. I just wanted them bright and vivid colors. This is Summer Splash. We're going to use the light first. We're going to do this big one here. I know I normally don't do this much coloring on here, but I decided to just let you see how I colored this. And like I said, I'm not spending a lot of time on this, because I don't think you need to make this pretty. And we'll come in with some dark here. I think we'll do the little bit of the inside pieces here. Do around right in his area here, a little darker. Just like that. Okay, now let's start throwing some other colors in here. We're also using Balmy Blue. We use light and dark. So now what I'm going to do, I don't want that end, I want the other end. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to sort of go around here and space out some Balmy Blue around the card. We'll do about 3 at a time. And just put a little bit of dark around in different spots on them. This one I want the inside, this one I'll go outside, this one I'll go with the inside, this one I'll go with the very outside. So we did that one. We'll do Highland Heather next. Light first. And we'll do this one up here. It's off the page a little bit. And we'll do this one. And we'll come down and do this one. I think I'll put another Highland right over here. And you can see what I'm doing. I'm just going around here. Just going to add a little more color there. A little bit around the edge on this one. And this one, I think I'll come from the inside. Okay, so we used those on the little ones already. Now we'll put, let's go yellow. You notice I'm saving the colors I did before for last, because I want to use the other colors first, and then we'll have less of those because I use those on the bigger ones. That was my only theory on this one. A little yellow here. Now this was the dark daffodil, and then I'm going to make a couple Just did them solid. Like I said, you can, and I'm going to come down with a couple light ones. And put one down here. I'm not doing anything extra for them. Just spreading them around a little bit. And let's do some peach pie. Let's do the light. I've got one here. It's a little piece of a wing there. Oh, sorry, little piece of a wing. And the peach pie, I'm doing the same thing as the daffodil. I'm doing light and dark separate ones. Oh. No, we're not going to do any more of that one. All right, let's grab some of these other colors now. Let's grab the light Summer Splash. Let's do this one up here. And we'll do this one as a Summer Splash. I'm going to come back a little dark on this one here in the center. I'm not going to do anything on that one. Okay. Then we have light pink here. And I'll do a light pink down here. Looks like I have two more. So we will do, we're going to do light Petunia pop over here. And you know what? Got a little piece there, but I'm not going to worry about that one. I do not want to do Petunia pop too close to that. I'm going to grab dark Balmy blue. Yeah. Let's do dark Balmy blue. And put a bluer one in here. I just wanted all the colors to be truly mixed up. So that's all the ink saves. Like I said, I'll list all the colors I used down below. This is my black again. Not worrying about the little ones, but I do want to come back and add a little more dark. Not a lot, just a little bit here. A little bit there. I'm not even coloring it all the way, just adding a little more darkness in the centers. And that is my card, the front of the card. Almost. Now, looks so pretty. Now guess what I'm doing? We're going to emboss it. And I decided to use painted textures, one of my favorites. But you could use any embossing. So Swirly would look good as this, you know, whichever you wanted. And we're going to emboss this. After all that coloring. So you're going to need plate 1 and plate 4. In there. Now look at those butterflies embossed with that. Just add something, just something little extra. That's something your card needs once in a while. Okay, so let's build this card. You are going to need a piece of basic black that's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. We'll go ahead and put the inside piece in. You know, this, if you wanted to make multiple of these, you could stamp the butterflies over a full sheet of paper and then cut it into 4 pieces and have it. There's so many things you could do with the butterflies. There's that one. Now we're going to put this one in here like that. Doesn't look too great from the back. Looks great from the front. That's all that matters. And you could have gone with another color, but I thought the black just really helped set those butterflies off. Okay. Now we need some pieces we cut. We have our butterflies and we have our little verse here. We're going to hook this in here. Right in the center. Now we have to decide where we want it. And you can put this anywhere you want it. We could put it up here. I really do like it in the center. No. I like it in the center. I still do. I'm going to go back to the center. And if you knew, you didn't need to color that center butterfly in, but I thought I'd check somewhere else, but I do like the center. But you put it where you want. Put some dimensionals on there. Like that. And then we're going to put some butterflies on. Get these dimensional backs out of my way with some glue dots. So I've decided I want to put these on pretty much like I did last time. I want one down here. I want a bigger one up here. And this little one to go up in here in the corner. These two I'm not going to use. I'm not going to use these two. These are two that were left over from the triple set. So what I do with them, and I'm going to show you, you're going to see some other butterflies because I've been playing. I'm going to put these in the case. I have a couple other butterflies I cut out. Another card I was working on. I just put them in my case. So that when I make another card or need a quick butterfly, I have them all right there. Okay, so let's put the butterflies on. You hear the chimes. It's sunny out. It's going to be warm today. And put a little glue dot. I'm going to roll that up a little bit into a ball. Put that on the back of the butterfly. And I'll put it right up here in the corner. Like that. And another glue dot, just folding it in half, basically, on this one. Yeah, I'm going to put it right about there. So you still see the other butterflies behind him. And you can pop his wings up. And then this one down here. And put him about there. Now, that wasn't enough for me. I decided it needed a bow and it needed a bling. So let me grab my... This is the Very Vanilla and Black check ribbon. We don't have the white anymore. So I do have some white, but I didn't use it for this. The Very Vanilla still looks very nice on here. If you have the white, use the white. So we're going to put that down here with a glue dot. Just made a little bow. Just like that. And then for some shine and bling on this, these are the Basic Gray and Smoky Slate Pearls. And I think these are absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to get them out of the rough pack so you can see them. Smoky's trying to wait her way over to my desk. But as you can see, they're absolutely gorgeous. And I was using the Smoky Slate ones. And we're going to use a little one on this guy. And then I'll put a big one on. I'm just putting them right on the butterflies. And I use a big one on that. Last time I used a small one, but I'm using a big one on this one. And that is my butterfly card. Now, should we bring it over and let it compare to the original one I made? I think so. Because I can tell you, I did not color them the same. This was my original, and this is the one I just made. They're similar, but they do not look the same. I think I even got the butterflies turned differently. So, different butterflies in different spots. So have some fun. Go play with the butterflies. And I will see you next time. Thank you for joining me, and goodbye.